Hello you, welcome back to Geekism. You join me here in Planet Coaster. It's time for our March Community Showcase. We didn't do one of these in February, unfortunately, because I was away. Didn't get time to do it, but I found some great little stuff hiding in the Steam Workshop to share with you guys today. Just in case you're wondering, this is our log flume that we're working on at the moment. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to see me build this, I'll pop a link up in the corner. We're currently working on finishing this Pirates of the Caribbean style log flume. First up, we have this. It's called the Crazy Entrance by WhiteSider. And it's really a lovely looking piece. I'm considering doing a spooky area in our Let's Build series, and this is the exact sort of style I would go for. It's a real nice mix of art pieces and regular roof pieces, and just real great use of movement and shape, and it looks really nice together. It actually goes really well with the next piece I'm going to show you. But a couple of the details that I really like, I mean, down here we've got sort of pretty sort of standard rock formations here and some smoke stuff to give you that spooky look, but here these art pieces we've got, let's go into the building and have a little look. Art pieces, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. Art pieces we've got here to create some really interesting shaped walls. Love what he's done here with the water trough and some of the planting there to get some sort of grim looking window boxes. I think that one is just a regular window box. That just works quite nicely there. And then the piece of roof he's used is the it's just called wooden veranda roof, and it isn't on a grid. It means you can get some really interesting roof shapes. And this little bit of detail here is absolutely stunning. Look at this, a piece of castle, a few windows. Oh my words, let's try and bring the camera around a little bit so I can see it properly. And some real nice detail with the corbel pieces there. Really great design, really fun looking but spooky still entrance. We'll crack on because we've got loads to get through today. The next one is a very similar kind of feel. Next up, again by WhiteSider, we have these crazy houses. As you can see, they perfectly go together. I've actually got them both set up here, and you'll see that the styles of them fit really nicely. Now, to be honest with you, this one is actually really high up on the Steam Workshop, and I normally try and find stuff that you may not have seen before, but these were just so fantastic. I thought I have to share them. For the most part, they're very either replicatable, or you could just drop them in. I mean, the poly count's a little high on the roofs here, if I'm honest with you, because it's using loads of different corbels to get that really interesting roof shape. But apart from that, I mean, it's relatively simple. It's just really elegant how all the pieces have been put together. I mean, one here is just sort of a standard looking building. The other two have actually got shops built into them, so they're very usable as well. This one's got a hat's fantastic. This one over here has a milkshake, I think, or one of the Cosmic Cow ones either. I can't tell what it is, but I think really nice and lovely uses of the vines here, the driftwood branches and these flower lamps upside down. They make really great looking lights, and there's also, look, there's a bit of icing in there as well that's been coloured green. Really, these icing pieces are fast becoming the most useful bits of kit in the game. Very fast overtaking wooden planks. The one thing I noticed over here, some really nice railing work here, especially on these front gates. Look at that, and they use some of the icing pieces as well. Yeah, really nice work, WhiteSider. Really big fan of both of those builds. I look forward to getting into my own sort of spooky area and taking a lot of inspiration from these. Excellent work. Something a little different here then by AdfoTV. These awesome fire exit signs, emergency signs, I don't know what you want to call them really. Really nicely done. This one just needs shuffling backwards a little. I haven't quite tucked it into the wall enough there, have I? We'll bring that out just there. There we go. Give you a bit of an idea how they were made. I'll show you a little bit more detail though. There's an old saying that you can take a sledgehammer to crack a walnut even, and it basically means that you've used incredibly excessive tools to make a simple job, and that's not to take anything away from this build. It really isn't, but it just shows you with attention to detail how you can really go to town to get little things like this. I mean, we're hoping eventually the game allows us to import JPEGs and stick them onto sort of set signs, and that would be perfect. And to be fair, this sort of stuff could be put into the game as well by Frontier, so we may see it in the future, but for now, what he's done here to create these is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to zoom in. You can see the attention to detail on these to get the edging of the shapes look at this. Every single one of these has been tapered off there. I'm going to show you, this is how they come. So you get them like this, you can move them around. Each of these is now in individual things. You can duplicate them and replicate them as much as you want. If you look around the back, it gives you just a little bit of an idea of what is going on there. Let's have a look. There are 444 objects currently making up this little sign. So if you can edit the building, get rid of some of the larger ones at the front, and you can just kind of see how much is going into them. If we get rid of these, look, you can just see all of these tiny little dots are made up by the smallest cones. It's just absolutely stunning work. AdfoTV is a YouTube channel. Adrian makes some amazing stuff over there. If you're not already subscribed to him, you really need to go and check him out. He's doing a really great series at the moment with Free the Bear, I believe. They're doing a really nice coaster build. I will pop a link in the description to his channel. But yeah, these popped up on Facebook the other day and I was just absolutely blown away. I've actually moved over to the dead of night in the Arctic biome to give our final piece the real sort of attention it deserves. This over here is the Shrine of Ice by Kombat Wombat. It's a really beautiful build. Makes a great weenie. I know we all love that word in the Planet Coaster community. A really nice looking weenie in the style of sort of a Snow Queen ice castle. Really, really nice design. I mean, again, let's not take anything away from it, but a relatively simple design really when it boils down to it, but real nice use of pieces. I love the use of the engine thrusters here to give off this sort of blue fire effect, and in the centre of it, this really nicely lit sort of hand grasping a floating ice orb. I mean, I don't really know how you describe it, but it's really, really nicely done. There's some steam coming off it and stuff that you can't quite see in the night time. There's bits falling, steam falling. And what I really like about this is the use of these stones here, because one of the things we're not able to save in blueprints is terrain. And this probably would have worked quite well as a terrain piece. Sort of dragging the terrain up here to create the hand and then sort of painting it white, especially in this sort of ice biome. But obviously once it was moved away from the park, you know, you can't move it around, you can't place it on the blueprints on the workshop or anything like that. So the fact that he's used stone pieces here to create a pretty good looking hand, I think, there with those, and like I say, from a little bit further away it just looks really, really nice. Lovely use of the stone rocks, the icy trees. Really nice sort of middle set piece there for a sort of icy Snow Queen park. So there you go, that's the oh, I forgot what it's called, something of ice. Let's have a look. The Shrine of Ice by Kombat Wombat. So there you go, thank you very much for watching. This video comes on the day that the announcement, well, this was yesterday actually by the time this comes out, the announcement that now blueprint pieces in the workshop can be up to 4,000 pieces, and you can include up to 4 rides, I believe it was. Don't quote me on that little bit though. So I'm looking forward to seeing some really crazy stuff in the Steam Workshop, double the amount of pieces. Thank you so much for watching, hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like, it really does help out the channel. And if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe. Any thoughts, queries, suggestions, or things you've seen on the workshop that you think could do with a little bit of support on the channel here, please pop them down in the comments. And if you fancy a chat, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at JontySparrow. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.